yeah, it's me, adorable, back here with Apollo, Justice State's attorney. One thing I forgot to mention last time, which I was sort of thinking about in the back of my mind, and then sort of forgot about as the episode went on, and we met the adorable, what's her face? What is her face? Hang on. Vera Misham. Oh, my heart. Anyways, poor Gavin. Because last episode, or, well, not last, it's two last now, you know, the big old episode 19, which was like 3 hours long. I didn't really think, and I was like too sort of adrenaline pumped throughout the actual ending of that case to really think about it. But poor Gavin, he said that Dorian was one of the first detectives he ever worked with or something like that. And to find out that that's actually the sort of awful truth about them in the end is sort of, would be a bit world-shattering. He seemed to be okay, but I mean, he's Clavier. He puts on a cool front all the time for no reason. So even when he's just walking around on the street, so I'm a little worried about him on that front, to be honest. But he's a big lad. He'll probably work it out. Anyways, we were just investigating around here, which this is. Is there a reason it's lagging like this? Sort of seems like it's operating at a slow frame rate, or is that just me? Doesn't it usually slide a little more gracefully? Anyways, we're investigating around here. This is, regrettably, someone related to Vera who is now dead. Painter known for his illustrations, poisoned at Drew Studio, which is also interesting when you consider that at the end of last trial, La Miroir was saying she would get into landscape painting. And then here we are looking at some landscapes. Well, not exactly all landscapes. Anyways, righty-ho, so let's continue examining this side of the room because I don't believe we got this far yet. Look at all these paints, Apollo. There are so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. We could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. I don't think you really paint suits. Or maybe you probably could, but what is all this equipment here for? Doesn't look very artistic, really. No, it looks almost more like security or something. Actually, this looks more like an engineering, like blueprints and floor diagrams and stuff. This thing on the right here looks almost like that. But then there's a microscope here. What is going on here? He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. A laser cutter? A laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is a crime scene, Trucy. But these cost like 50 bucks at the magic shop. This is a crime scene, Trucy? So is all this just one big examine? Is this desk for painting, Apollo? Doesn't look like it to me. That would be a drafting table. Right, that's what it's called. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? Architect, that's the word I was looking for, not engineer. What about this stuff below here? Does that all count as the same? That's not examinable at all, actually. And this desk? Let's take a closer look at this desk here. What's popping out of here? It looks like an envelope. This envelope has been opened and resealed. Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. Why would someone open a letter, then seal it again? I don't like the sound of 7 years ago. We know what happened 7 years ago. Well, a lot of things happened 7 years ago. 7 years. I better hang on to this. Let me just take it, yeah. Who's it addressed to? That's what I want to know. Found in the victim's desk drawer. Appears to have been opened once and resealed. Opened once? Well, how would you know? Drew Misham, 57 Cape Rivers Road, Euxtville, California? Is that what that says? Well, now we know where Apollo and Phoenix live. It's Euxtville. I had heard that they lived in California in the localization, obviously. Unless it's Euxtville or Euxtville. Yachtsville? I actually can't really tell. Yachtsville. Anyhow, nothing on the front seems noteworthy to Polly. I'm kind of upset that she stopped calling him Polly because he asked her to, but I mean, if he asked her to, fine, but it was cute. I liked it. Apollo, look! It's been opened once here. You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside. Well, by opening it? Should I try to get it open and then stick it back shut? Well, let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea. Emma, let's ask her. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea, but let's look at the rest of the desk first. One of these little weird posy things. Something about the way that figure is posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I am a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? Or is it pointing at something? So this is Drew Misham. Looks like Vera in the picture. And this little girl must be Vera. Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Uh-huh, right. Is this a journal? Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he? Oh, sorry, he didn't write the name of the killer, did he? It's new. He didn't write a single line. Ah, he had me going for a while there. We didn't pick that up as evidence, though, despite that seeming really, really strange. Ooh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo! Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that? None, apparently. It's empty. There's no glass in it, either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? I mean, it's hard to tell how much of this is just being esoteric and weird. Sort of just, eccentric and strange, this whole place, from a glance. There's no glass in it, either. What's it doing sitting on the desk? This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy the frames. Don't think that'll be an issue. Hey, Apollo, what's this feather thingy? Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? But it doesn't have a pointy end. You're right, it doesn't. Looks almost more like a cigar. That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific. That's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? There's a pen next to it as well, so pen seems not likely. I'm only pretty sure I checked everything on this side. Okay, it's less laggy now. I guess it was just warming up. Emma, what do you have? Any thoughts whatsoever? I think I already asked you about the mug, right? But I'll do it again anyways, just in case I didn't. Red envelope. What are your thoughts? Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, why? That's a bright red envelope. She sure is jumpy. Yeah, what's you're right there? It's just a... You maybe just don't like the right color red? Well, maybe I should change my clothes. Someone opened this, didn't they? Was it you? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. Ouch. You mean, you know what's inside the envelope? Sure. I read it after all. Ah! You mean you were the one who ripped this open? Ha! Please! I would have steamed it open. But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yes. The use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. It looks like a printer. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise could open big doors. Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. Are you actually gonna try and schmooze this? Oh wait, did I not talk before? Really? We should do that. The victim. So, this, Drew Misham was some kind of artist? Okay, I get how Drew could be past tense of draw. Misham. Drew Misham. Misham. Secret mission? I think we tried to figure that out before, but no dice yet. Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth. Whatever that was meant to imply. Oh. Well, I guess his stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance? Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean, to anyone? He was always locked up here in his studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was was through letters he'd put in that letterbox over there. Letters? People still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Mr. Misham couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know? Letterbox is also a thing I can add. Okay, cool, interesting. I want to look at that as well. In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here would be Vera, right? Was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. Please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. Well, that's more suspect than his daughter. What do you mean? He died the night he gave the first interview ever, and that's not the weird part? It happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever. Could you tell us a bit more about what happened that night of the murder? But also the defendant, please. So this woman, Vera. Is it Vera or Vera? I'm just gonna say Vera, because I think of the plant aloe vera. I mean, not that I think that's what she's named after, but just that's how I would pronounce aloe vera. She's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Yep. A real sickly girl ever since she was little. Oh. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene In the end, she agreed to leave as she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me. So, what about the poison? It was found to be in his coffee, right? No. Not precisely on the mug, right? Not precisely? What does that mean? It means see for yourself, I think. The night of the crime. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. Why did you say that line slowly? I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview? At around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And died. She poisoned him on the night of his interview? Wouldn't the reporter see? He wasn't near Mr. Mission when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Didn't notice he was there? You're telling me someone who was about to murder their own father wasn't at least a little nervous and look around the room to notice a whole-ass human? What? Well, look at all the red flags that are coming up here. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Well, I mean, I guess. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. Forensic scientist. Science. I bet Emma could help us out here with the letter I assume that we're talking about. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking... I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically? Ah, you know me too well. Okay, meaning... Wait, sorry, I missed... Meaning we can get, scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, why that's a bright red envelope. Wait, never mind. I am able to skip this. I kind of thought that would mean I was supposed to put the envelope again. I was wrong. Oh, wait, hang on. There's continuing to do more of this. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning? You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization is what it looked like. Something. How am I supposed to remember that? So, basically it lets you see inside things. Like envelopes? That's right. You're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that, in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Yeah! What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might fall out. Then I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right. Let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. This is not a good example. This is sort of incriminating in and of itself, isn't it? You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience. There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view. You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? I don't see, actually, but... Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there for me, will you? Sure. That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Okay, I think I understand. Hey, I got something. See? That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. Right, so we gotta want to get to the sort of middle part of it. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all, right? It's 3D, but with like a little bit of... The ink is like... You know, it's 3D. I don't know why that's hard to explain, but it is hard to explain. So this has gotta be measured in like micrometers or something. When you zoom in that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers so we can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. We have to, like, squish it all together, maybe? Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. The image? You mean rub the screen? Still can't quite read it. There are definitely numbers. There. That fixes the image. Oh, that fixes the image on screen, so we can get multiple layers of it. Okay, okay, okay. Now turn the dial again. Just a little. Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it, too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Yep. Exactly. Not bad. Neat. Let's do some more. Right then. Alright, it's gonna be more legible now. I see. This is definitely gonna be interesting. Oh wait, hang on. Wrong way. There was some more. I see lottery 0016, and I think that's what it says, but let's get a little more just so we can fully get all of it. Try again. That's the most important part. Oh, they want us to get all of it, don't they? There's some more. Ah, there's the rest of it. Beautiful. Sweet. Okay, let's print this one out. Nice. That's impressive. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one. It's okay. There's no need. But see, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat? Huh? That was... all those sentences were weird. See, this is the true power of my hidden weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? Yes, I think we ought to. So I guess we're only focusing on this sheet in the middle here. Oops, wrong way. So obviously I have no idea what this says just yet. Some words are coming in. Drew Misham at the top there is probably what that says. It depressed the equal $100,000 in the designed account, designated account. Please send escapist once you've churned the butter. Let's get a bit more so I can actually read that, shall we? Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Right, and let's just get the rest of it so we can print the whole thing to have... Well, that's certainly sketchy. Oh, is that not it yet? Maybe there's a bit I missed at the front. Oh, why does it like fade away here? I guess that means that I'm going away from this layer, is what they're telling me. I must have not completed one of the layers. I don't know which layer I didn't complete. I don't see any bits missing from any of them that are obvious. So it's gonna be like one really tiny pixel I'm missing. Oh, wait. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's print this one out. My goodness, we're getting tons of evidence already. This is a little nerve-wracking, to be honest. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account. This painting must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Care to take a look? You bet I do. You bet I do! If you're going to read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here goes with the second page then. Cool. Sweet. Alright. Let's be careful not to miss any of it this time. Let's make sure it does the whole little bling, so we know we're done with whatever layer we're on. Bling! There we go, okay. Sugars in Wagerschlappern and sleep with Deborah. Sign this paper and the ectodermal antiques walk to the anchored stamp within days. 5 days. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 5 days. I need not remind you to speak of this to no one. This kind of evidence is so on the nose that it almost feels like it must be planted. Okay, let's print this one out. Looks good to me. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy, though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him? Well, Emma? Well, indeed. Well, no, it can't be that, because it was meant to be sent back with the envelope, right? Unless the envelope was inside the other envelope. Wait, no, it said sign this paper. So it would have to be... Right, I can't read it until they update the thing. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. Well, we've updated that now with what it says. Interesting, so I mean, like, my first instinct is like money laundering, but it doesn't tend to be that simple, right? Let me have a look at this, mail letterbox. Drew Misham's contact with the outside world. It's empty. Right. Oh, it's just a picture. Okay, we can't, like, analyze it. Oh, wait, can we open it? No, I don't think so. It's just a PNG. Cool. Is that other thing we have to talk with you about? Actually, what if I show you the thing now that we know what it says? But we just did the X-ray detection thing. Oh, right. Sorry. Ah. Okay, so if I just look at it, does it, like, tell me what it says? Right, 1, 2. Hang on. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Sign the papers and send in... Oh, it doesn't say sign this paper, my bad. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days, not 5. I need to remind you to speak of this to no one. Curious. Very well. I suppose where else can we head out? Sunshine Coliseum, that's Valence hanging around, right? Right, I can't sing, damn it. Let's show you some of this weirdness, see if you recognize any of it. A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. No, thanks. Are all magicians like this? Apollo? What was that look just now? I was just thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician. I think we actually saw that one last time. Let me just show some of this stuff to you for no really reason in particular. Right, I doubt any of these paintings will be familiar. We already showed this, right? And he explained that it was the envelope that contained the Grammary Miracle, Zach's... Was it Zach who? I think it was Zach's miracle. Anyways, let's see if we can talk to poor Vera about any of this. Oh, hi, Phoenix. Does any of this stuff mean anything to you, buddy? Nope. Detention Center. Oh, is she gone now? October 7th, Detention Center. Visitor's room. Ah, you're here to see Vera Misham? Yes, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment. Oh, no. Did she pass out? Medical office? Is she okay? She's just lying down. Oh, God, I gotta mute my Discord. Hang on. Sorry about that. Sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever. Don't be mean, Apollo. Guess we should come back. Don't be mean to the pretty girl. So presumably that means I'm missing something else at the crime scene, no doubt. Let's head back there, I guess. Unless, did I already show you the postbox? Maybe I didn't. Well, nothing. Let's just examine these things that we've already looked at. This envelope has been opened and resealed. You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Very strange. Why would someone open a letter, then seal it again? I better hang on to this. Right, well, we already were hanging on to it. Man, I'm gonna feel like a total moron if Vera turns out to actually be the murderer. That's what it always happens, though. It's always... it's always gotta be the suspect that I was, like, warming up to. Okay, well, I didn't think I'd be stuck so fast. Let me just present everything to everybody really quick. Oh, attorney's badge. Do you know I'm an attorney? Oh, also weird how she has, like, a card for Drew Studio when it was just this one dude doing paintings. I'm surprised it wasn't her first instinct to use the scanner thing on one of these paintings. Or maybe it was. Or maybe they don't fit. Maybe it only has to be like a sheet of paper. Oh, right, okay. Just like with the envelope, I have to show her it again, and then now that we've buttered her up, as it were, we're gonna talk about it at the end, right, okay. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask that. See, this solution is used to test for atroquinine. Sure. It's a poison of some kind. I think it's a fictional poison, if I'm not mistaken. Atroquinine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent... I never know how to say that. I know what it means, I just forget how to say it.
Virulent.
Virulent. It's a stupid way to say a word. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown. That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details. I think I get it. You just spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please. You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo. Heck yeah, let's spray it around the room. Ah! What are you doing? I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Let's just get down to checking for real poisons, shall we? Also, sorry, just before I totally let that slip out of my mind, did she not say that, Drew Misham took ill, like, immediately after drinking the coffee? And then she just went and just now said that it, 15 minutes between when you should start actually feeling any effects of the poison. Funky. Alright, so there should be some on the coffee spray detection agent. I hope I can't run out of this. Just scan the whole room. Probably gonna be on the other side of the room if anywhere. Man, this must be the biggest spray bottle in the world. Look, it sprays an entire painting canvas. Oh, can I not move? Oh, I can. It just didn't do it the first time for reasons. Maybe this desk? Something weird on this desk? No. Oh, it's maybe that was what the hand is pointing to for reasons? What is it, the drafting table? Or not. I do have a back arrow, so if I don't find anything, it looks like I can probably give it up for the time being. But I just want to make sure I covered everything. Is there a reason the canvas, this what do you call this, palette is like, glowing like that? Or like highlighted? Did that happen when I sprayed it, maybe? And I didn't notice? Because I'm just the fool? Oh wait, what? Why is it stopping? Oh no, okay, I'm just not allowed to spray this high, because that's up in the ceiling and I can't reach that. Alright, well. Too bad. No reaction there. I'm sure Emma checked out all the likely hot spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? What do you mean can't reach? Walk over there. Let's check it out, just to be sure. Oh, and the little frame here. Hello. So it wasn't for a picture at all. That's certainly weird. Ah! A reaction, Apollo. Yeah! Where? The inside of that cute little frame. Look! Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'm known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. I thought for a second they were just implying that I was playing as Trucy for that bit. But I should have known better. Tiny frame out of the court record. Yep, that's certainly suspicious. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? Looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story that night, the night of the crime? Why are they speaking so slowly? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face. But what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Wait, I thought you just said you couldn't tell us about him. Brushel. He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with a painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. I don't know necessarily that it will be the reporter that did the killing, but it seems possible that there was some other outside influences. Because with poison, I mean, you could put poison on something and mail it to someone, especially something tiny like a picture frame, like this little picture frame, or even a mug. Wouldn't be hard to get poison, especially even through if your only contact with the outside world was a mailbox. You could do it. So it seemed to me that it opens the range of suspects to a lot of people, not just anyone who was here that night. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only on one other person. Well, that we know of. It wasn't Valen Gramarye by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valen Gramarye. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. I do want. Thank you very much. See from Emma Sky, Brushel's card. Brushel. So I get Brush. Spark, I don't really... I mean... Well, whatever. This business card reads Spark Brushel, freelance journalist. Let's have a look. I guess you gotta have a good business card if you work freelance. Really? What's this? A camera lens finder? Do reporters take photos too? I guess if he's freelance, he'd have to. Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney. You'd always win. Why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it? Top dollar for information. That's funny. That's it. Man, almost 2 pages of evidence and not even. We've only gone to one place. Not even one trial bit has gone yet. Frame measuring 2 inches by 2 inches bears traces of deadly poison atroquinine. How interesting. Let's have a bit of a closer look, shall we? Oh, there's actually... Oh, wait. There is. I lied. Oh, is it these things? These little latches? Looks like you have to take this back part off first to put a photo inside. It'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there. True. And that pale bluish stain. Why would there be poison in a place like this? Well, there's one obvious reason. Whoever put poison in the coffee rubbed a bit on here too. It's not very obvious, Trucy. Yeah, actually, that seems more like it would have had to happen by coincidence. Right, well, Sunshine Coliseum ahoy! Hi, Emma, thank you very much. Hi there. Say, Valen, have you talked to anyone named Spark Brushel lately? So, a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Brushel. Brushel. I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? I want to know everything, Valent. Mr. Brushel, journalist. Do tell, this is shaping up to be a weird case already. I'm not sure I like the stance of this. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Valen's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valen's feet step always forward. That was it lagging, right? It doesn't normally spin that slow? I think so. That is all. That's all. Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died, what of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Gramarye. Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went? I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center. He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would teleport my respectability, I will teleport him! Ooh, here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick. Is he gonna fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic? Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? He must have really not liked that journalist. Now, the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy. Thanks, Uncle Valent. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. Yeah, in court, no less. What do you think that journalist was after? Why did Valent react like that to this envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. Let's. Poor Vera. She's in not good spirits, or she's just not doing well in all senses of the word, I think, except for accomplishment. In which case, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to say she was underaccomplished. October 7th, detention center, visitors room. I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. No, not at all. Looks like someone's right out of your meeting here. Maybe that reporter. Oh, good gracious. Hello. Hey there, how you doing? Who might you be? Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You're Justice? You? You know me? Oh, this song, this is in... That's so weird. This song is in... It plays a lot in the second game, in the circus, and I was thinking this guy reminded me a lot of the clown dude whose name I forget. I can't remember. You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on the stand till they spill beans. Till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Woo! You're Trucy. Am I famous? Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. Ah, that's so not true. Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No. How many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Ooh-wee, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk. Had to interview someone or go plumb crazy. End quote. Huh. Oh, hi Vera, what's going on? I should have guessed. Where are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist, just close his eyes, writes. End quote. What's that nauseatingly strong smell every time he grins? Mint, according to the other one. Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads of mayhem, madness. End quote. I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Oh, that means I have to do that voice more and talk to him more. Hey, what's with... He's got another one of those feather dusty things that we saw in the... back at Drew Studio. Certainly weird, so I guess we're not talking to Vera until this one makes himself scarce. Hello there, Spark Brushel. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist. Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly! I knew you'd understand. Huh? The night of the crime? I can't... Oh man, if you're gonna be the witness in court, this is gonna be a nightmare. So, the night of the murder, you were at Drew Studio. Oh, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy, real busy, always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back, end quote. I can understand that philosophy, but you want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport. True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away too? Exactly! See, it's the same thing. What is? I understood Machi more when he was speaking Borginian. The interview. So, you went to do a story on Drew Misham. And he'd never had a story done about him before? That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here. What? I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why did the interview in the first place? Well... I don't know whose voice that was. Well, yes? Look, it's like... Oh, I got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy is gonna tell me where he got it? At the supermarket, maybe? Exactly! See? That's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with seekers. End quote. Right. I guess we'll leave then. But since you're here, might as well tell you a bit of might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil paintings stolen from art dealer's gallery. End quote. I believe it was. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach. Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote. I'd love to riddle out what all this means and how it relates to this picture next time on Apologist Essays Attorney. Well, we've analyzed the crime scene a bit further, and now we've met Spark Brushels. I think you would call that progress. I can already tell this one is going to be a bit of an issue. Still though, no idea if he... I can't get a beat on whether I think he's suspicious with respect to the actual murdering or not. He seems too anxious in every aspect of life for me to be able to get a beat on it. Anyways, hopefully next time we can continue with this and this guy just makes me uncomfortable. With any luck, we'll get to speak to Vera a little more before the actual first trial, because there's a lot that I would like to ask her about some of the pieces of evidence we found there, like that tiny picture frame, for instance. If she lived there with him, she would know whether that was there before the night of the murder, for instance. But anyways, those are all questions that will be answered in time, so thank you very much for coming around this time. What is this guy? Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Hopefully I'll see you around. Peace.
I did you a favor.
And this is me doing you one. That doesn't really look like it.
You aren't a mountain climber. I'm just trying to help you. None of this would have happened if you had listened to me.
You may be right about that. But then...